As the Philistines prepare for war, Saul finds himself abandoned by God. Okay, no visions, no prophets, no answers, and in desperation, he does the unthinkable: consults a medium, breaking God's law and sealing his own downfall. The first part of this chapter covers the Philistines prepare for war. The Philistines gather to fight Israel. Achish tells David, "You and your men must join me in the battle." David gives in vague response, "You'll see what your servant can do." David is caught between two worlds. Will he fight against Israel? We'll see the answer in chapter 29. Let's stick with me in 28, okay? So the second part of the chapter covers Saul seeks the Lord and gets silent, okay? Samuel is dead, and Saul had previously expelled all mediums and spiritists in obedience to God's law. You can check that one out in Leviticus chapter 19, verse 31. But now, as war looms, Saul seeks God through, okay, in dreams, seeks God through dreams, Urim, priestly decision tool, and prophets. God does not answer him. Okay? Saul's spiritual disobedience has led to complete silence from heaven. The third part of this chapter covers Saul visits a medium in disguise. Saul disguises himself and goes by night to a meeting in ENDOR, okay, also called the Witch of Endor. He asks her to summon Samuel's spirit. At first, she refuses, and Saul had banned such practices, okay? But he swears safety to her. Ironic, because since he's the one who made it illegal, right? The medium calls up a spirit, and she sees an old man wearing a robe. Saul recognizes Samuel. This is one of the most mysterious and debated moments in the Bible, okay? But the text treats it as a real appearance of Samuel, not a fake or illusion, okay? So the fourth part of the chapter covers Samuel's spirit speaks. Saul begs for help. "God has turned away from me. I don't know what to do." Samuel replies, "Why ask me, since the Lord has turned from you?" He delivers a chilling prophecy. "The Lord has turned the kingdom from you and given it to David, because you did not obey the Lord or destroy Amalek. Tomorrow you and your sons will be with me. The Lord will give Israel into the hands of the Philistines." Samuel confirms Saul's rejection, judgment, and imminent death. Fifth part of the chapter, Saul collapses in fear, okay? Saul falls face down, terrified and exhausted. The medium surprisingly shows him kindness. She prepares food, urges him to eat. His servants agree. Saul eats, then leaves in the night, okay? The chapter ends in darkness, both literal and spiritual, right? So what are the key lessons from 1 Samuel chapter 28? The first one is, when God is silent, don't turn to forbidden things. Saul's desperation leads him to break God's law, and it doesn't help him. Second lesson, disobedience creates a spiritual deafness. God had guided Saul many times, but repeated rebellion shut that channel down. Third lesson, judgment delayed. It's not judgment canceled. Samuel's prophecy from chapter ago, which is 15, is fulfilled years later, but it still comes. Okay, another lesson, even enemies may show more mercy than Saul did. The median, often demonized in sermons, actually treats Saul more gently than Saul treated his own priests, okay? You can check that one out in chapter 22. So Saul, abandoned by God and terrified of the Philistines, disguised himself to consult a median, breaking God's law. The spirit of Samuel appears and confirms Saul's worst fear. His kingdom is finished, and his death is near. The tragic spiral of Saul's reign is almost complete. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel.